For my philosophy project, I have created a board game that represents my philosophy and evolution for social studies education. On my board, I have defined social studies as the integrated study of the social sciences and humanities to promote civic competence. This is definitions written at the bottom here. First, I'm going to explain the rules of the game. Players will take turns rolling the die. The player must move a same amount of spaces as a number on the dice. So, for example, if I was to roll a 3, I would move 3 spaces from the start point. If the player happens to land on a yellow space with their mover, they will pick up a how card from the yellow stack here, and they will learn all about how to teach social studies. So, for example, this one says your social studies teacher brought in a speaker from your local community. Move forward 1 spot. So you put that card there and move forward 1 spot. I think that's a great way to teach social studies. Another way says your teacher recognized the different cultures in the classroom and took the time to learn about them. Move forward 1 space. Another one, your class created a role play on an important topic. Move forward 2 spaces. And the last one that I'll use for an example is you brought in a current event to share with the class. Move forward 1 space. So you see that the ways that are listed on the yellow cards are great ways to teach social studies. And so if a player happens to land on a yellow or an orange space, they will pick up a Y card, and this will teach them all about why we teach social studies. So for example, social studies education should teach students democratic participation skills, study and inquiry skills, and intellectual skills. Another example would be there are 10 themes that the NCSS created that lists what students should learn. Thanks to social studies education, students understand their civic responsibilities. By learning about social studies, students can help solve local and community problems. The last one that I'll read is social studies education helps create social understanding. So going around the board to win the game, the main goal is to get over to the good citizen area over here. You can only do that by going all the way around the pattern here. This kind of represents the goal of teaching social studies for me. I chose to make a game for this project because the board game represents how social studies education is a journey and how it takes time to build great citizens. I also chose a game to create a game as a metaphor for the roles of teachers and students in social studies education. So I believe that students and teachers should work together towards a common goal, such as winning a game and becoming a good citizen. Let's see. Lastly, I chose the game because this is how my philosophy of social studies education kind of formed. It was a long process, but each week I was able to learn more about social studies education and work more towards my goal, which would be, as in the metaphor, as the game, you move forward a space and finally get to your goal of being a good citizen. A really pivotal point in this course was learning about roleplay and place-based education. I found these 2 ways of teaching social studies to be extremely interesting and helpful. I really thought that I learned a lot from this course, and hopefully it is represented in my game here. I've also printed out a list of rules that would be displayed, obviously, next to the board game in order to play the game correctly.